Nobody really talks about how scary driving for the first time actually is. There's this anxiety that hits you the moment you sit in the driver's seat. Your hands tighten, they start to sweat. Sometimes you can't stop shaking. You sit upright, trying to make sure you're not doing anything wrong, and your mind keeps repeating, "What if I crash?" Truth is, you're not bad at driving, you're just new. That fear you feel is normal. It's actually a good thing. Your brain is trying to protect you. Driving is a big responsibility, so your body reacts like it's serious, because it is. My father used to call it practical fear, being just scared enough to pay attention, scared enough to know when to brake, scared enough to be careful. Where I live, in Ontario, getting your license is a whole process. You start with a written test, then a city road test, and finally, a highway test for your full license. It takes time. For me, it took even longer because COVID hit right when I was supposed to start practicing seriously. By the time things settled down, I had moved away for university, so getting my license wasn't my top priority anymore. When I finally went for my road test at 19, I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. Even after practicing, I still felt like I wasn't ready. But I passed on my first try. Not because I was perfect, but because I practiced enough. Practice builds confidence. And honestly, the fear didn't disappear after I got my license. Driving alone for the first time felt exciting, but also terrifying, especially in traffic. I kept thinking, what if I crash? That thought followed me for a while. I was stiff, overly careful, always on edge. You grow up thinking driving is freedom, going wherever you want, listening to music, feeling independent, but nobody really talks about the responsibility. Driving is a privilege. You're controlling something powerful. That's why your brain treats it seriously. But here's what I realized. The more I drove, the less I thought about it. The thing that once felt overwhelming slowly became normal, not because I suddenly became fearless, but because I kept showing up and doing it anyway. Confidence didn't come before driving, it came after. My dad used to yell at me in the passenger seat over every small mistake and hesitation. At the time, it stressed me out, but it sharpened me. It forced me to fix the small habits early, and now when people sit in the passenger seat with me, they're relaxed. Knowing the people you care about feel safe with you is a reward in itself. I also had friends compare their driving to mine, but driving isn't a competition, it's repetition. The more you drive, the better you get. Simple as that. If you're new, here's what helped me. 1. Focus only on what concerns you. Not the whole road, not every car, just your lane, your turn, and your moment. 2. Accept mistakes. You will make them. Small ones, maybe even embarrassing ones. Someone might honk at you. You might misjudge a turn. It happens. Don't let one mistake convince you to quit. 3. Take a deep breath before you start the engine. Most of the fear is in your head before you even move. Once you're on the road, it becomes more manageable. 4. Practice when it's quiet. Empty parking lots, early mornings, midnight. There's less pressure and more focus for you. 5. Get your license as soon as possible. The more you hold off on it, the less practice you will get. And although I talked mainly about the scary parts of driving, it really is exhilarating. And most importantly, keep driving. There were times where I wanted to stop. I felt embarrassed. I doubted myself, but I kept going. And now I'm comfortable behind the wheel. Right now, you're not bad at driving. You're new. And being new at something isn't a weakness. It's the beginning. One day you'll be driving somewhere, music playing, not even thinking about how scared you used to be. That's just how growth works. That's really all I have for this video. If you made it to the end, thank you. And please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really goes a long way. And with your permission, I'll be signing off now. Goodbye.